Well, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hey, are you looking for a practical woodworking project for around the house, maybe the kitchen, or maybe outdoors? In the past few weeks, I've been putting out a bunch of bird feeders. It's winter time, it's time to feed the birds, and I was absolutely spilling bird seed as I was trying to fill up some of these feeders. So I got the idea to make a wooden scoop. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a wooden scoop on the bandsaw. So join with me and let's get started. Okay, the piece of wood I'm using is a 2.5 by 2.5 inch piece of ash, and I'm using a 2 1/4 inch Forstner bit. It was a little bit challenging drilling down into the end grain, so you want to take your time, secure the wood with clamps or a vise. Do not hold it by hand because the bit could catch and you don't want to be holding it. I drilled down about maybe 3 inches, and this is going to be the scoop, the bowl area for the scoop. My hole was a little bit crooked because I learned later the drill press table was not quite square. So make sure everything is squared up if you're going to do it this way. But I'll show you later how I sort of fixed that. Okay, here you can see me starting to use the bandsaw, and I've got the fence there. And what I've done is I'm cutting this down to where it's going to be about 1 1/4 inches thick. So I wanted to get a relatively straight cut here to make the top of the scoop. Now here you can notice where the hole was crooked, and I'm going to show you how to fix that here in a minute. Okay, here I'm using the first scoop, or my prototype scoop, as a template for the second one. I'll see if I can put a template together for y'all, and if so, I'll either post a link in the description or maybe I will put it in the video toward the end. Now here I'm starting to cut out the shape of the scoop. You notice that I have the blade guard sort of up higher than it probably needs to be. It would be better to have it further down toward the piece that you're cutting, but I did want to leave it up so you guys could see exactly me cutting the shape of this out. Okay, of course, with the bandsaw, you want to wear your eye protection and be real careful about where you're placing your fingers. Okay, here you see me taping on the piece that I just cut off, and the reason I'm doing this is, and I'm using painter's tape here, but I'm going to do what's called like a compound cut on the bandsaw. And the thing with bandsaws is you really want, when you're cutting a piece of wood on a bandsaw, you really want the bottom of the piece to be flat on the surface, and that's what I'm trying to do here, because I need to cut another curve in another dimension for the scoop. But I need, when I tip it up on the side there, I need for the piece to lie flat. Now again, the reason you want to do this is because if you don't have that piece lying flat, and you have, say, on an angle, and this can apply to even like a round piece of wood, you typically want to be very careful with a round piece of wood in the bandsaw, because what happens is that bandsaw blade can catch on the wood, and then you can end up putting a big kink in your blade, or maybe even putting some stress on the motor, or maybe even have an accident, and you don't want to do that. Okay, now I'm cutting out the curved part of the scoop. You know, this is a part that gives it that classic scoop shape. Now, I probably could have taped that waste piece back onto the handle like I did earlier, but I had a flat enough part of the scoop here that I just was able to keep it flat for cutting out this curved area. Okay, now I'm done with the bandsaw and getting the basic shape out. I'm going to take it over to my belt sander, and this is going to get rid of the bandsaw saw marks, and you know, just start shaping the scoop a little bit. In a minute here, I'll sand one of the sides down to adjust that error that I had with the hole being crooked. But this, as you can see here, this gives me a good flat sanding surface, a way to get everything flat and to get all the saw marks off. And then on the end of the belt sander, you have this curved area, so that came in really handy for doing the curved area and getting those areas smoothed out. Okay, one of the challenges with using a Forster bit is it has that little spur, you know, on the end of it. Anytime you drill down into the wood, it's going to leave a little hole or a little divot in there. And as you can see the divot here. What I'm going to do is take my carving knife, and I'm making some stop cuts here, but I'm going to carve a little bevel right across the top of this, kind of a uniform bevel, and just get rid of that little divot. You don't have to do this if you don't want. You can leave it there, of course. Or if you got something like a Dremel and maybe a cut saw bit, you could go over and create this little bevel that I'm talking about, or just carve out that area and smooth it out. Okay, a woodworking project wouldn't be a woodworking project without some hand sanding, right? So here I'm going around the scoop with 120 grit sandpaper, then 220, just getting rid of those harsh edges and any saw marks. It really depends on you how you want to finish your scoop. Now I'm going to be using the boiled linseed oil, going to mix it with a little bit of mineral spirits, and then I'm going to apply that a couple of times, let it dry between coats, and then I'm going to come back with the full strength linseed oil once again, and that's going to be my final finish. And I showed the tung oil. You of course do tung oil. You could maybe use Danish oil or teak oil, whatever your preference is, whatever you like to do with a hardwood like this. Okay, here's the finished bandsaw scoop, and I was really pleased with how it turned out. I really liked the finish. The boiled linseed oil really gave it a nice finish. It's sort of a semi-gloss, not real glossy. I wasn't going for a real glossy look, but I was real pleased with how it brought the grain out, and it gave it a really nice finish. You know, I didn't like the fact that I had that crooked hole. You know, earlier I did try to fix that some, but hey, you know, this is not a factory. I mean, something handmade. Sometimes you are going to have some imperfections, so you just got to roll with that. Hey, don't forget to go out and create, build, and serve this week. Appreciate you watching, and we will see you in the next video.